It's Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Sergio Calderon is here today. He is the president of the Water Replenishment District of Southern California, which is what?
Well, the Water Replenishment District of Southern California is a groundwater management agency. Number one, we're a government agency.
Sure.
We were adjudicated back in 1959.
Right.
So we've been here for a while, and many
Sure.
people don't understand what a water replenishment district is and why do we have to manage groundwater.
Oh, do we have to manage groundwater?
We have to manage groundwater. Essentially, we represent half of Los Angeles County, 43 cities,
Wow.
420 square feet,
Right.
10% of the state population. And we use more water that can naturally be replenished.
And let's talk about that, because we have been using more water than can naturally be replenished a lot over the last 2-3 years because of the drought we're facing. Give us a sense of how severe the issue is, if it is in fact severe.
Well, in our area, and again, below our feet, we have the Central Basin and
Right.
the West Coast Basin. Like I said, we've been around since 1959. It was a big issue. It was a problem, and that's why we came into existence,
Right.
to fix that problem. In other parts of California, it's a bigger issue than it is here because we have been managing our groundwater
Well,
for.
in other parts of California, I'm sure you know this, there are so many wells being drilled because agriculture, for example, needs to access water that they are suffering what's called subsidence, where the ground is kind of compacting on itself, and you can't replenish ground that has been through subsidence.
That's true. Once subsidence occurs, I understand the geologic formation, which
Right.
is called an aquifer, can no longer be used to store water.
So we know that legislation has been passed which will create the first statewide groundwater regulation in California's history. We were one of there was no state west of, I think, the Mississippi other than us that didn't have that type of regulation.
I believe you're right.
And so most importantly though, sir, where do we go from here? This is scary. These are scary times.
It is scary. So let me kind of paint the picture that I see,
Right.
if I may. We have less water available from Northern California, you know, the
Right.
Delta Smelt Judgment and what have you. There's less rain in the Colorado Basin. We
Right.
really do depend a lot on the Colorado River, and there's less and less water available to us. So we have those two problems. We have really a regional. We have the Southwest area just
Right.
being affected by drought, and we have a growing population. Which doesn't help.
That being said, the Los Angeles Basin, I think in a lot of ways should pat itself on the back because, as you know, we are using the same amount of water today that we were, I think, in the 70s, but we've grown by 1 million people because we have been water wise.
Yeah, partially, and we should pat the basin in the back, but also we lost a lot of industry in those years. So we're using much less water for industry. If we would have kept that same industry, I don't think we would have been as successful.
Okay, that being said, there is an initiative on the ballot. It's the water bond. November ballot is Proposition 1, $7.545 billion for a variety of projects, storage, groundwater, recycling. Polls recently have suggested it is headed for passage. What do you make of the bond?
Well, we surely need it. We supported it, just so you know. We did write a letter of support.
Right.
The infrastructure in the entire state, the water conveyance infrastructure, needs a lot of work. It hasn't been worked on. The levees,
Right.
which bring the water down, from Northern California through Central California down here to this area, are in very, very bad shape. If we had some sort of severe seismic activity, we would probably lose access to the little water that we're getting from Northern California. So it's a
You're
great
correct.
thing.
I mean, that is a fact.
I
This
believe
is
it's a
not
fact.
an opinion. This is a fact. And so these are times in which we need to take serious action. I know that California, Los Angeles is doing its best to conserve. That ballot initiative will be on the November ballot, Proposition 1. His name is Sergio Calderon. He is president of the Water Replenishment District of Southern California. My name is Brad Pomerance, and this is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.